Hello, this is JB. I live in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today I'm going to talk about a teacher I met in Milwaukee who who moonlights as a bartender. I'm going to talk about an issue that she brought up and the way to solve the issue. So it was a few months ago. I was in Milwaukee for a basketball game. After the game, I went to a Milwaukee bar where I was drinking Pepsi, no ice, and watching the football game. Packers were playing. I can't remember who. It was towards the end of the season, and a lady who was working as a bartender came up and she had said that she was a teacher during the day, elementary school teacher, and she obviously worked full time doing that, and on the weekends, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, she worked at this bar, and she was very good at her job, her bartending job. She was fast, she was friendly, um, everything was good. But during the game, she came over to where I was, and where there were a couple of people beside me that she had also been talking to, and she laid her hands on the bar and then laid her head on her hands or on her arms, and she was exhausted. She was tired, and she laid her head there for, I don't know, maybe a minute or so, and then suddenly she stood up. She turned around and she pointed at the TV, and she said, "Even the referees make more money than me, and I work two jobs. I work as a teacher and as a bartender." And she was exasperated and she was upset about this. That the referees for the NFL make a lot of money, and I don't know exactly how much they make, but they make hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not more. And so, like at first, I tried to explain her uh, why they make more money, because the decisions that they make affect the outcomes of games, and so that could cost tens of millions of dollars if they make a mistake, or more, maybe hundreds of millions, if they make a mistake, and it costs bettors money, and it could also cost the teams money depending on who wins and who loses because of the mistake, and it'll make the NFL look bad if they make the mistake. So they have to find the best referees so that they're less likely to make mistakes. And I also explained that the referee's salary is decided by the owners of the NFL team, all of whom are billionaires, um, or at least the companies are billion-dollar companies, at a minimum. And so those people can decide to pay however much they want. And I explained, and she already knew, that teacher salaries are decided by the government, state government in Wisconsin, and to some extent the local governments, but local school boards. And she said, "Well, yeah, I understand, but it's not fair." And she's right; it's not fair. But the way to solve that problem and to make it more fair, to have higher teacher salaries so that teachers who do important work don't have to work on the weekend at a bar, even though there's nothing wrong with working at a bar, um, so they don't have to work two jobs just to be poor. And the way to do that is through action. So teachers, they have to, if they have a union or they don't have a union, they have to work together. So they all have to come together. They have to talk about the issues. They have to talk about what they want, and then they have to go to the people who can give them what they want. So in this case, it's the legislators. So they should be at every school board meeting. All the teachers should be there, not just one or two random people. Every single teacher should be there. Every single one. And at every time a assembly representative or a state senator or the governor holds a town hall, uh, every single teacher should be there. Not one should be absent for no reason. Everyone should be there. And these teachers should hold events so the public can come, and they can talk to the public about how the decisions by these legislators are affecting them. And so they should inform the public. And if they're still not getting any help from the legislators, the people that decide how much money that they make, then they have to take different kinds of action. So maybe they all get together and they say, hey, everybody, we're going to all resign on the same day. Or everybody, we're taking next week off. Or everybody, we're only working 6 hours a day. If they say we're working 8, we'll tell them thanks for offering, but we're working 6. And they have to do it all together, not just a few of them, not just one or two, uh, all of them. And that takes a lot of work to organize. It takes a lot of work, but it has to be done because, like, if this lady just comes to her job at the bar and lays her hand or her head on her hands and complains to a random stranger, that does not solve the problem because I can't solve the problem just by saying, yeah, you're right, problem solved. That's not the way it works. I can't do that. And the other people sitting beside me couldn't do that either. And so, whether she likes it or not, whether she realizes it or not, she's going to have to do some work. And I know this because I've done it for the last 20 years. I've done this kind of work for the last 20 years, organizing people. And it's hard and it's not fun. And sometimes you get retaliated against and you get attacked and people say things that aren't true and they cause you all sorts of problems and create a lot of stress and it's terrible. But it's the only way to do it. So, I mean, there are other things that you can do too, like work with different organizations that support higher teacher pay. She could become a spokesperson for them. She could um, contact other organizations and even the federal government, like her Congress people, and then say, hey, this is not working, and see if there's anything that the federal government could do in terms of a law to increase teachers' pay, um, or in even other options. You have to keep your mind open to all possible options, but the main option is action, and it starts local. So it starts like in the teacher's break room when she goes in there and she sees some of her friends and says, "Hey, this is not working. We're not making much money, so I can't even pay my rent. I can't pay my car. I haven't paid my car insurance in 3 weeks, or whatever the case. Can't find food, buy food, and I can't go out on a date with my husband, my boyfriend, whatever." And talk like that, and they'll say, "Oh yeah, me too. I'm having the same problem." And then you get a little group, and then that little group gets a bigger group, until the whole state and all the teachers are on the same page. And that's how you make the change. That's how you do it. It sounds simple, and it is simple, but it's also kind of complicated at the same time because you have to work with a lot of different people, and you have to get a lot of different people on the same page in order to make the change. But that's the answer. So it sucks that this lady has to work a full week doing important work of helping our future, which is the children, um, become everything they can be and preparing them for everything that's to come. She has to do that all week, which I tell you, I don't know if I could do it because kids are tough. And then on the weekend, when she's supposed to be relaxing and enjoying the fruits of her labor, and she has hobbies, she's supposed to be doing that. She doesn't get to because she has to go to work. And so it sucks that that happens, but there is a solution. It's going to take some work to get there, but there's a solution. Anyway, this has been these have been my thoughts about this lady that I met who's a teacher working at a bar in Milwaukee on the weekends and what she can do to resolve the issue that she brought up. Thanks for listening. Have a good day. Bye.